Hello guys, Christmas here, and today for you guys I have Prank-kids deck profile. My list is a bit different than the others, and I think that everyone's uh, kinda don't understand the strength of this deck. I had a lot of success with it. I've seen a lot of bad deck profiles, bad versions, so I just think that I should give you guys my deck list. Um, so let's get started. This deck has three parts of it. So basically you have like one card combo, then you have a certain number of extenders in case your one card combo gets stopped, and you have third part of the deck is hand trap. So basically you play 3, 6, 9, 12 Prank-kids monster plus triple desires which can draw into them. That's 15. 2 plays, that's 17. So that's 17 cards you can open to start your combo off, right? Plus for the extenders, you can look at desires as a potentially normal summon or potentially extender. So I will include this as extender as well, like trip desires, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. So you have 10 extenders in case your effect gets ashed or you get Schoolmeister, they use Bell on you or something. And the third and really important part of the deck is hand traps, which I play 3, 6, 9, 11, 12, 15 of them. Um, so I think this is probably the best version you can find out. I played a ton of it, and it's really strong, really consistent if you know what you're doing. You win if you go second, you win if you go first, you never break. It's a really strong deck. So I just want to, from the deck profile, so basically as the every deck profile, I think the hand traps are pretty much the same. Triple Ash is the best one right now against all the decks and meta decks. Against Drychon, you just hit the Drychon monster like Alpha or Zeta. Against the Virtual World, you hit Lolo. Um, Against Extravagant, Desires, just the best hand trap overall, much better than Gamma or Nibiru or whatever other card people play. Schoolmeister is really good because it can hit the Drytron cards in graveyard, it can hit Virtual World cards in graveyard, Eldritch cards. It's a pretty good card. Crow as well has a lot of utility. Ghost Ogre, um, the Ash is the best, then Schoolmeister, Crow, and Bell, I would say. The reason I play two of the Bell because it's once per turn. And when it's bad, it's really bad. It does absolutely nothing. Unlike Ogre does something against every matchup. Bell, let's say against Dino, doesn't do anything. It's literally -1. Ogre against Drychon, you can hit Union Carrier. When they use Herald of Ultimateness to negate something, you can use it on that, so it takes one more fairy out of the hand. Against Virtual World, you can hit the Croco Dragon when they use its effect to draw, and they can make Calamity. You can use it on Chuche. It's really good card against everything. And one Whaler, this might seem random, but the plan is so with one card combo you end up on the set Pandemonium spell plus fuel for the fusion. And on your turn you fusion summon this card and you summon 3 more Prank-kids, and the Prank-kids I summon are double dropsies plus Roxys. And then you can use this card's effect twice to blow out their board, and you have like probably 3 copies of hand traps in your hand, and that's enough to win. But the thing is, you have to kill them on your turn, and I find it easiest that so they just pass, and on your turn you can overlay 2 droplets for Toad. just in case that they can't, I don't know, use torrential tribute, they can't use the bureau. And you link off Roxy's to summon link 1, and then you summon any Prank-kids, and then you normal summon the hand trap, the Ash from hand, the Bell from hand, the Ogre from hand, and you go for the Needle Fiber combo into Celine, into Axis Con, and you kill them. I don't know, I just find it kind of hard to kill your opponent. You always outgrind them and everything, but sometimes you just want a consistent way of killing them. I think this is the best way by including these 3 cards. So yeah, another thing I think I need to discuss, and I don't think any people that topped or made deck profiles said it, is the importance of Roxas in this deck. I think this is the most powerful Prank-kids in the deck because it can turn, let's say you open double Ash, or which is once per turn, so basically one is dead. Same goes for Ogre, same goes for Bell. You can just banish one of those to draw another card, which might not seem that important, but believe me, once you start playing this deck, you'll find out how strong this card is. It can not unbrick you, it can make your hand much better, and it allows you to play cards like triple copies of Pot of Desires, which I wouldn't really include in every single deck, but this deck is probably the one which can use it best, because this is one, let's say you open the second copy, you can just banish it to Feroxys. It's not that big of a deal, other decks can do that. You can basically recycle the Dead Desires for any card which can potentially be hand trap. The same you can say for plays. Why am I playing 2 plays? Why not 3 off? This card is you can only activate 1 per turn. That's the only reason I play 2 copies, because if you open more than 1, 1 is always dead. But by the logic of Roxy's, that shouldn't really matter. But the thing is, if you start playing too many of these type of cards, then you will draw multiplayer those which you want to banish, and you can only banish 1. Against, let's say you play Eldritch, you just know that Ghost Ogre is useless, right? You just want to get rid of it from your hand, so it's basically like opening second Desires. You just want to banish it. You don't want to play too many of these type of cards which can be dead. So I think this one, it was the easiest one to cut, to put to 2. I think Desires is too powerful. 5 of the polymerization cards, I think they're mandatory. At some point I played 3 copies of this, but 3 is fine. I don't play Recycle Plant, Terraforming, Mystic Mines, because of the Desires. Don't play Terraforming as well. You could play Mystic Mine. I'm aware if you go second it's really good, and if you go first you just make this card and put mine. Then on their turn, when they summon something, use its effect to tribute itself off, and they can't do much, but I just don't like that kind of play. I would play my deck like that if my deck was weaker than the others, but just do not play mine, put more hand traps, and this deck is really powerful. Top 5 deck of the format, maybe even top 3. In the right hand, of course. Pranks is really good card. It's extender. Plus, this effect can. That's another thing why this deck should play a lot of hand traps and those cards like Mystic Mines, Recycling Plants, etc., and so on. Because with pranks, you can. A lot of the times I have this card. You activate it during end phase. You can maybe draw. You can shuffle 3 and maybe draw into hand trap. I mean that happens a lot because you're playing so many of them. I don't think I need to explain anything else. This is a really good extender. Plan is still a really good card. I actually don't send this card on my turn. I usually send it on theirs. And I always try to end my field with set Pandemonium unit pranks plus hand trap. That's ideal, and it's not that hard. At some point I thought about playing 2 copies. That's the only debatable thing. Do I play 2 copies or 1? Because this card is so important. You don't ever want to banish it of Desires. For the side deck, have more hand traps depending on the matchup. Cosmic really good, Talent's really good, and evenly for the back row decks. Extra deck, as I explained, Toad, need of this combo, and all of the other are Prank-kids card. Two, you not need the three copies. I saw some people play one copy of this card, but I think two is mandatory. Two of these, you always recycle once, so two is fine. I rarely summon this, uh, but I don't know. I just feel you have to play it. Plus, both of these cards work if they use the Maximus. You can send this and this, so you get both of the effects. That's really good thing. A Butler. I saw some lists play two, and I would maybe play it as a two of, but if you know what you're doing, one is enough. The same goes if you play Thunder Dragons, you only need two Titan if you know what you're doing. But you could play third copy. There's just no spot really. One copy of Weather Washer, that's all you need, and two copy of Rocket Ride. The second one comes up a lot, even though you shuffle one, because during the combo you go through one, right? And then let's say they Nibiru, you still might have like instant fusion, which you drew of Desire, so you hard drew it. You can use it to summon the other copy, and that just came up to so much times that I actually put the second one. Before I played Zeus, because you can overlay double drops into Toad, attack, make Zeus. That might not seem that good, but nobody expects it, so it was really good in testing. But the second Rocket Ride came much more time. Okay, that's pretty much it. I think this tech profile was in-depth enough for you guys to understand. So basically you have normal summon, you have extenders and hand trap. This is one of the best of the decks of the format because you have one card, really strong combo. If the combo goes off, you always win. It's really unfair. It's not like anything explosive like Vanity Ruler plus Herald, but it's really annoying to play against, and it's almost impossible to play against. So if you have, I mean, during the Yu-Gi-Oh, all of the Yu-Gi-Oh formats, if you have one card combos, that deck always has been one of the best decks of the format because I mean you just need one card to combo off and you still have like four more cards in hand, and in this case hand traps are really good these formats, so you draw a lot of them. It's just the question of what hand traps do you play and do you know when to use a hand trap on the right time. That's really important with this deck obviously. You go first, you make your combo, you Roxy's banish one, draw one, Desires draw two, this draws a 10 phase, you will have a lot of hand traps, you will have your two timer Geki effect, you will have a lot of follow up, you can't lose in time. Um, it's just a really strong deck, believe me, and I saw so many bad lists on the internet. I don't know. First, if you don't play triple pot of desires in Prank-kids, you really don't know what you're doing. This is by far the best card in the deck. By far, it's not even close. Like not playing this card and playing this card is too big of a difference. And as I explained, you have to play three, not two. If you draw one, you just banish it of Roxys. It's completely fine. And the only questionable thing about why I don't play triple plays but only two is because I said. You don't really want to open double plays, double desires, then you like, okay, I can use one place, one desires, I can banish the other, and I still have another dead card in hand. So this one was the most easy to put to two and not play as a three off, if that makes sense. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment, like, subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content, of course, and come and hang on Twitch. I'll put my Twitch account in description. Bye.